You saw the title, you know who's in the video. Hello everybody, my name is Christian, and today we are going to be talking about Blade in Honkai Star Rail. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So, Blade was recently buffed and has become, oh my god, a much stronger character as a result of it, which is absolutely awesome to see that the buffs have done that much for him and his reputation, essentially. So today, I really wanted to talk about him and, just kind of get a bit more of an explanation out there for the character, since during the Who You Should Pull video, I did kind of gloss over him, since I had just spent time on him in the buffed characters video. I know somebody wasn't happy about that, so I do apologize, but hey, I'm gonna make up for it now. And then we actually have a very, very cool segment coming up with Kotuhx, which I'm super excited about, so I'm actually gonna speed through the whole moveset explanation so we can get more into that. Because Jesus Christ, it's kinda long. And I cut out a lot too, so we're gonna get into that as soon as possible. The important thing to talk about with Blade is that he is a fully HP scaling character. He has no need for attack at all. Everything he does is based entirely on his max HP. So the more HP you have, the more damage he does. So like I said, I want to kind of speed through this a little bit, so I'm not going to be as detailed as I usually am, which I'm not that detailed to begin with, but hey, I try. I am still going to go over the entire moveset, and instead of talking about all of the Eidolons, I will just be talking about the ones that I personally think are pretty good. Let's get into it with Blade's basic attack, Shard Sword, dealing 50% of his HP to one designated enemy. Wow. Next up is where Blade actually gets interesting. His skill is called Hellscape. Consume HP equal to 30% of Blade's max HP to enter the Hellscape state. While under the Hellscape state, his skill cannot be used. His damage dealt increases by 40%, the chance of receiving attacks from enemy targets greatly increases, and his basic attack Shard Sword is enhanced to Forest of Swords for 3 turns. So now, let's go over to Forest of Swords. Forest of Swords consumes HP equal to 10% of Blade's max HP, and deals wind damage equal to 130% of his max HP to one designated enemy. In addition, deals wind damage equal to 52% of Blade's max HP to adjacent targets. I will say, just because we don't cover it at all in the following section, I think this is so cool. I love the fact that Blade can just enhance his abilities, and you get a new move out of it. I always think that's really cool design-wise. But especially the animation for it where he makes the sword glow by moving his finger across it. Awesome. So cool. And then the way it actually translates, the way the move comes out and everything, super nice. I love the damage increase on it. And it doesn't really cost you anything except getting to get more of your primary mechanic, which is awesome. So I just love how this whole move is designed. This is really, really good. Onto his ultimate, Death Sentence. Set Blade's current HP to 50% of his max HP, and deals wind damage to one designated enemy equal to the sum of 150% of his max HP, and 100% of the tally of Blade's HP lost in the current battle. Deals wind damage to the adjacent targets equal to the sum of 60% of his max HP, and 60% of the tally of his HP lost in the current battle. The tally of Blade's HP lost in the current battle is capped at 90% of his max HP. This will also be reset and reaccumulated every time he uses his ult. Last but not least, we get to Blade's talent, which is probably what makes him super unique, and it is something that is also just very, very weird. So, talent. When Blade sustains damage or consumes his HP, he gains 1 stack of charge, stacking up to 5 times. A max of 1 charge stack can be gained every time he is attacked. When charge stack reaches maximum, immediately launches 1 follow-up attack on all enemies, dealing wind damage equal to 25% of Blade's max HP. At the same time, restores Blade's HP by 130% of his max HP. After the follow-up attack, all charges are consumed. Alright, so yeah, Blade's talent is insane. Basically, you are rewarded every single time you get your ass beat. Or, you are rewarded every single time an ally or an enemy does damage to you. Which, I don't know if you guys remember what Hyacinth does with her light cone, but I would go look it up. That is messed up. So anything that can drain Blade's HP is going to be extremely helpful for him, and as a result of that, that means that you can get a little creative with what his team can be if you're willing to experiment, or if you're willing to find the right setup. This talent offers a bit of flexibility that just is kind of hard to wrap my head around, purely because nobody else really has something like this. There is characters who incentivize getting their HP drained, or to drain HP, but Blade loves it more than basically any other character, and he profits off of it more than any other character. So now let's scroll down to major traces. These are all pretty good, I feel. A2, Vita Infinita. When Blade uses ultimate, the total accumulated HP loss will be set to 50%. A4, Never-Ending Deaths. HP restored from healing increases by 20%, pretty good for a character who's constantly gonna get his ass beat. After receiving healing, 25% of the healed amount will be converted to Ultimate's tally of HP lost. That is very, very good, because reminder, the cap is only at 90% either way. This is really good just because Blade is gonna need a lot of healing to kind of keep himself sustained, keep himself up. This is honestly a positive, especially if you have somebody who can heal a lot, so you're not gonna be just absolutely deadlocked to the best healers in the game. Those are going to be the best ones still, but hey, you do get a little bit more out of different healing options. Last but not least, this is one that I personally really like, A6, Cyclone of Destruction. The talent-triggered follow-up attack deals 20% more damage and additionally regenerates 15 energy. So Blade's ultimate is 130 energy cost. This regenerates 15 energy. Not to mention, if we go look at that enhanced skill, or enhanced basic, my apologies, that is 30 energy gain as well. So, if you were to start off a battle with a good amount of charge already, which I think you get, like, I don't remember how much you get off rip, but it's pretty easy to get 5 very quickly out of the gate. So that's already going to be 15 energy. Then you're getting the 10 from the actual talent itself. That's already 25. Now you get to use your enhanced basic, 55 energy. You are almost halfway to your ult already. And keep in mind, this is without even worrying about if you have Sunday or something, who is going to give you even more energy regen. With this being the case, this specific trace existing, Blade's ultimate is going to be more impactful and more common than ever. And that is very, very good, especially if you have E1. Shifting down to Eidolons real quick, Blade has decent Eidolons all around, I feel, but the main ones I want to talk about are E1 and E6. So Blade's E1. Blade's enhanced basic attack and ultimate deals additionally increased damage to one designated enemy, with the increased amount equal to 150% of the tally of Blade's HP lost from his ultimate. That is very good. There's no other thing to discuss with it. That is going to be a very, very nice damage boost, no matter what. If you are playing Blade the way he is meant to be played, this is going to be massive for you. I would really recommend trying to get this E1. If you already have Blade, then hey, you're on a very good track to getting a very, very powerful character. So now, the other thing of note is E6, reborn into an empty husk. The maximum number of charge stacks is reduced to 4. The damage of the follow-up attack triggered by Blade's talent additionally increases by 50% of his max HP. This Eidolon rewards you for having a high amount of your most important stat, and it makes achieving your signature ability even easier. This is an incredible Eidolon. It is going to increase the power of his follow-up attack, with it already being super important, and of course, being very strong. And overall, you're going to get more follow-ups out by having it at 4 stacks. This is one of my favorite Eidolons in the game. I quite like this one. It just does everything you would kind of want for him. It could do more. But asking any more would probably be greedy. This is really nice. I love this Eidolon. If you happen to lose enough 50-50s to get E6 Blade, honestly, you should be pretty happy. You've got a great character on your hands. Just plain and simple. And there we go. With that, that is Blade's basic moveset covered. I feel like I've kind of gone over everything important. I will say, again, the skill into basic attack combination, and then comboed with his talent, I really love the design of all that. It is super nice, super intuitive. It all plays into each other very well. Once again, now that he just doesn't scale off of attack, it's beautiful. Life is beautiful. So now I am so honored to say, we are going to be going to a different segment that I recorded a little while ago. It is going to be me talking with Mr. Blade Extraordinaire, Kotuhx. I really hope you guys enjoy this. I'm super happy that I get to do this, and yeah. We don't go over the character as much as you think we would, but it was a good conversation, and you get to hear about his experience building Blade, his Blade team, and so much more. Hope you guys enjoy, and we'll be back for the build section after this. I don't know what's the intro to do for this. This is like the middle of the video, honestly. This is gonna be like the second half of the video, so hey viewers, I'm recording this first and you can't stop me. Alright, so...
What is like the weirdest record cycle?
We might talk about the build part here a little bit, because you showed off your blade build in the video, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of a nice build. you got a good team setup, so we might talk about that a little bit.
This guy's like his own thing going on. Pretty good.
It's pretty good. See, pretty good.
And the thing is about my blade, bro, is that like he's like his own factor in a way. Like people are like, oh yeah, you have to pull Sunday because you know what I'm saying. I don't even remember why like Sunday's a lot better, but like someone was like, oh yeah, if you get Sunday, it'll increase your blade even more. And then someone responded to that comment and said, okay, well fuck it, well you can't lie. This blade is doing like if not on the same level as like with a Sunday. Without a Sunday, this shit don't make no sense. If you really think about it, I'm like a free thinker. I'm innovating the meta. I am an innovator.
Wait, no, you're actually spinning right now. Wait, hold on.
So like, man, people they call me schizophrenic. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I think it's about finding the character you like, and you gotta expand on that character. But like Blade scales on like the follow-up shit, so I was like, okay, how can I make him take more damage? And then I found Hyacinth Lyco, and that's where I got the entire idea for like that video, and I was like, okay, I mean that's kind of cool, I guess.
That is straight up one of the most interesting things I've ever seen somebody do, is get 2 Hyacinth cones, slap one on RMC, one on Hyacinth, and run it with Blade. That shit was crazy, but it worked so well.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, I don't actually know what like what makes it work so. I mean, obviously because like you take damage with the light cone or whatever. Yeah. But if there was someone that like made them gain more energy, that they can gain more ults, that would be the 1v10 thing. But also Triby E1. So Triby E1 is like also a really big factor that makes this motherfucker do like insane levels of damage.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Triby E1, 2 Hyacinth light cones, and just the most fucking goated blade relics I've ever gotten in my entire life. You know what I'm saying? Those are all definitely things that are very goated about my blade.
Yeah, I was about to say, you got like, again, you got a pristine setup for that, man. You got the E1 Triby, you got you got E1 Blade.
Yeah.
And then he's running his Sig, right? I think he's running his Sig.
Yeah, he has a Sig. Okay. I think if I get my day's light cone, I actually get 1 extra stack.
A little bit. It's a little bit better, yeah.
Yeah, with his ultimate, it like gives him an extra stack. And right now, my blade is good, but there's one problem, and that's getting his follow-up attack done like without him actually having to go. So right now, do you want to screen share so I can like show you like a cycle of blade? Did that make sense?
Low-key, sure.
Like I'll show you like the really cool shit and then the really bad shit. Also, why can I not screen share this?
Okay, I'm down.
This because I mean, you know, this is just like, I'll turn this up by the way. Turn that down because I know you don't like music. I don't like music either, I'll be honest. I hate that shit so much.
No, you got me. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I got you, don't worry. So the biggest thing with Blade, and I think this is something I really want to preach, is that like when you have a character you love, you gotta like do what you can to make that character goated. Don't listen to what nobody gotta say. If you like Acheron, shit, you better make Acheron the most goated motherfucker on the face of the planet. Don't let like listen guys, I built Blade because I like Blade. I get so many comments, people telling me, you better pull Sunday, No, I'm not pulling Sunday. I'm not pulling him. That motherfucker's trash. I'm not pulling him. Listen, and the biggest thing you gotta realize is that you gotta build around the character you love, alright? And that all starts with this. I pulled 2 Hyacinth light cones to give him 2 sight. Now, interesting thing. So, obviously, you got some of this shit off bat. And that gives Blade a stack. Because anytime they use a skill, anytime they ult, anytime they do anything, they give his Blade a stack. Because it's taking a little bit of his HP. And interesting with Hyacinth off bat is that when you skill, she gets her ult off bat. And so this is the problem. Blade gets to 4 stacks.
Yeah.
And I need 1 more thing to get to 5.
That's
1 more off bat.
That's so sad, bro.
1 more, and then but actually it might be a good thing actually, because then he can do his enhanced thing, and then he gets to 5, and then he does like That shit. Of course, he's only doing 25k because you know, saying Treebe's thing isn't up.
Yeah.
But he you know, say he scales in his own way.
Mm-hmm.
You
know, the funny thing is, you know what gets you, you know what will give you 4 stacks automatically? You get E6.
Really?
No, E6 lowers his charge down to 4. Dead ass.
Oh shit! I'm not gonna lie, you might just put me on some game here.
Bro, no, I mean, you can actually get E6 and it does like a 50% damage increase for the follow-up, and then it lowers the charge count to 4. So that might be the move.
Yeah, you might just put me on some crazy game. But yeah, I can pretty, you know what I'm saying, this MOC 11, you know what I'm saying, it's just like, you know what I'm saying, it's just some casual shit going on here, you know what I'm saying, just some casual zero cycle shit going on MOC 11, on Blink. Oh yeah, 400k, yeah, it's alright, yeah, it's alright, no, we get off that. It's like, listen bro, my Blade is, he's just a good guy at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, he does his job. And we're not going to finish it because secretly Blade cannot zero cycle this. So, you know what I'm saying? Just got to get off with Aura while I can.
Yeah, I was about to say, you got the points. You got the points. You earned them. Now we just get out of here. Now we dip.
Yeah, I don't want to like make him look too bad now. But yeah, that's my Blade. And I fuck with him to a crazy degree. I really like want to min-max him. Only thing I really need now is that E6 shit, right? Yeah. I did not know that shit reduces it to 4. Yeah, I get that. I'm gonna be moving so different. It's not even funny. But E6 that's a long way. I'm gonna have to be playing Star Rail for the longest time, unless I lose like 8 50-50s in a row to him.
It's possible.
Yeah, that is.
Okay. Yeah. To be fair, there's somebody in my server right now who has an S5 Japard cone just by trying to pull light cones, and then there's another dude who's got an E6 Japard straight up. And it's like he hasn't spent like that much, so that man just kept losing to Japard.
That is, yeah.
Fate worse than
that's some unlucky shit. Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So back to play.
Yeah, back to the goat.
All right. So you got a whole video about this kind of on your channel. So I want to ask you for this one. How you feeling about the Blade buffs and everything? Like this, I think they're amazing.
Yeah, so my Blade, I think I did a comparison because I wanted to see like in fact like how big of a difference it is.
Yeah.
And whenever I was because I made the overbuild video before Blade got buffed, so I think in the video he was doing like I think the highest he hit was 700 in Pure Fiction with like all the buffs and shit, it was just kind of crazy, I guess, but like not really. You know, Pure Fiction buffs kind of go crazy.
Oh, absolutely. That shit's goated.
And the highest I saw in MOC was versus the Dragon, because he's a single target, you know. Yep. With like all the hands and shit, he's like weak to wind or whatever. Anyway, it was somewhere around like maybe like 300, 400. That's like the highest. And it was consistently like 70, maybe 100k, which isn't bad by any means. But, you know, Tribi and RMC, both of them are like, without both of those two, I can't lie, that Blade is just not anything. No. Like, I can say all I want, like, oh my god, I overbuild Blade and Blade is like insane. No, it was definitely the supports carrying, like 100,000%. But with the new changes, that's like kind of all been thrown out the window. My Blade is doing a fucking like 1 million damage type shit, like like he's unironically doing like 300k consistently, like without like with all the buffs and shit. Like it's kind of they blessed me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I definitely profited like to a different degree from this Blade buff. I remember I tried to zero cycle the shit I just did, and I think it took me like maybe 50 minutes to zero cycle it with like old Blade. And you know, saying I just did it just now, first try. Like there was, like there was no anything. It's just like 400. It's just so much more damage because it's just pure HP scaling. And now my Blade is like hitting like 10k HP in combat because of like the buffs and shit. So like, hey man, they got me right. So I think the Blade buffs are absolutely fucking insane.
Just everything you've ever dreamed of and more.
Yes. Yeah, they got rid of the attack percent. Like,
thank God.
They did him to a crazy degree.
Dude, I'm like, when I was reviewing all those buffs and all that, it's like, okay, to be fair, I did think the Silverwolf ones would be crazy just because Oh my god, she's finally better than Pela at everything. Thank God. But I figured Blade was going to be really good after these buffs. And I figured it would be like a sneaky better than Jingliu. No, he's just straight up better than Jingliu right now. It's like not close.
Yeah, that's why I'm right there. They like all the tier lists, like they were glazing. I was so excited when I woke up and I saw that guy on 1.5. Like, you know, so even 1.5 being on the same tier as like Acheron, like all of them, it's just like that doesn't even seem real compared to like all the things that like happened in the past. Like that is just insane.
Thinking about where he was like a month ago, that boy was in T2, T3, like yes. T3. That boy was in no man's land.
Yes, he was. That boy was empty. You know, like he had no soul. Like he was actually trying to die. Like he was actually like doing it too. I don't know what happened to him. He came back swinging, and I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Bro forgot he couldn't die and just locked the fuck in. We love to see it.
I love to see that. That's my goat right there.
I think the craziest thing about him right now is just like, I'm gonna be so for real. I don't think they're glazing him enough. I think, because he's at like T1 right now on that pre-win tier list. I legit think he could go up a little bit. I think he could go into like 0.5.
You think he's that good?
I think there's an argument, dude. He's hidden. Like, if you build him super well and you build him with the right team, that boy hits crazy. You got a whole video about it.
Yeah, like, that is true.
Like, you can't just do that with every character. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just do that with every character.
Yeah. Right now in the tier. Wait, they moved him up? Oh, actually, no. He's in tier 1. Okay, he's been in tier 1. I thought he was in tier 1.5. Jesus.
Nah, he's like... in tier 1. That's why I'm like, they did him right, and they can do him better, I think, if he keeps this up.
Okay, I mean, I like that right there. I really like that.
Hey, you know what, viewer, if you're not pulling if you want to make sure Saber last, get that Eidolon right there. You'll probably be really happy.
You want Saber, you gotta go and get Saber right now.
Like
it's like a gambling ad. I fuck with that.
It's like a gambling. We get the stake logo in here.
Yeah, we need that. We need that shit.
I'm gonna slap it on the bottom left corner of the screen, but nah. I'm like, nobody will see it. Nobody will see it.
Yeah, I don't think we need that. Edward, get rid of that. Get it off the screen. Get that shit gone.
Just put sponsored by water in the corner instead. Gamers need that.
Yeah, drink your water. Actually, that might scare some people. It's like it might like insinuate like a shower or something. It's like bad looks in a way.
Oh God.
Just put a bottle. Just put a cup. Fuck it. Put a cup. Just put a cup. There you go.
This is gonna be a red solo cup in the very bottom left corner.
Just a red solo cup. Yeah, they got it, bro.
Oh my God, but no, I'm like, if we're looking at them like E0 S1 with their best teams right now, I think Blade's got an argument.
You know what I'm saying? I've not seen it. But if you sound like you because you've done your research, right? You definitely like. I feel like you know what I'm saying. This entire video you've been talking about Blade. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
I'm a believer, bro. I'm a believer. The other biggest thing with Blade is that you can get him as a 50-50 loss now.
That is
getting
true.
that E1 is easier than ever.
Mm-hmm.
If you get that E1, I think he's basically like, I think with the same team with that E1, I think he's basically as good as Mighty.
That is okay. That's what I'm saying. You think? Wait. So let me get this. You think he can clear MOC 12 by himself?
Okay, hold on. That's different. That's different.
With Blade issues,
to be fair, ain't no Mighty clearing MOC 12 if it's not E6.
Yeah, that is true.
But then if you got E6, hey, great job. All the more power to you. He's already got an auto battle. Just leave him there. Go get a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? But
that is like the worst gameplay. It's like I did that. Like I was reviewing that video. I was like, oh, I gotta learn how to play. No, you don't have to learn anything. Just throw it in, bros. Yeah, just call that one a day.
Is the speed tuning correct? Yes. All right, cool. Auto. You're done.
All right, have a good day. It's actually like crazy. I've not seen literally any videos on like talking about like double highest and light cones, which is kind of like I don't know like how to express that, but like I've tried looking that up because like I was trying to see like like how that compares to like directly to like the Sunday shit. Because obviously I'm not gonna like do any sort of like math thing. Like I care about Blade and all that.
Yeah.
But like I'm not gonna look that shit and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull a Sunday and make like a deep woken comparison. Like fucking damage percent compared to like this motherfucker. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do all that. So I tried looking that up, and there's just like quite literally nothing.
I think it's just like the level of commitment needed to get 2 fucking hyacinth light cones is a lot for most people.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was just like, you know what, I got that. Let's just get that one done. No one really thought that, except me.
And look how well it's turned out.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You got like the craziest Blade team on the internet, like dubs. I don't know. I'm just thinking about that because right now I finally got a character where I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think I want to keep investing in this one team going forward. It's like I've started doing that with my Aglaya. That team is like, oh my god, that might be some of the most fun I've had playing Star Rail. Deadass. That team is so much fun to me.
That's like really where it all starts. Like you have an infatuation with a character and you're just like, you know what, I'm going to make you insane. And it just comes from making that character insane. Like that is really like kind of like the beauty of Star Rail in a way. Like,
yep.
Screw everything out. Like screw like the story shit. Like the beauty of falling in love with a character, like their story and all that shit is just like is what makes Star Rail such a great game in a way. That made me like a glazer or something. But like I don't know. I have so much fun just like Cypher. She was peak. Blade. He was peak. And I don't think like for maybe the next year or so, I don't think I'll ever find a character that like I'll fuck with as much as I did them. I heard someone was saying that Jade gives those sort of buffs, but I don't know how much better she'll be instead of like E1 Tribute, because E1 Tribute is like actually fucking insane.
There's no
yeah.
world. Not
that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I think having that true damage shit is just infinitely better than like one extra stack.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna be worth it, because it's like all she does is you get 30 speed with the skill, and then it drains one part of your HP, so you get one charge. It's like, are you kidding me? That's it. Yeah, not exactly the best, but hey, you know,
that's what makes us free thinkers in a way. You know what I'm saying? We propose the meta, propose the idea, break down the idea, and say, fuck no, that idea's some ass, and then we move on. Type shit.
But we did have free thinking in the like on the way. That's what matters.
Yeah, that's what matters. We some free thinkers, bro.
Hell
How did Einstein create the light bulb? You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's all I'm saying. Type shit. We on the road to a breakthrough.
Remember, kids, use your free will. Build Super Break Herda.
Whoa. hey, okay. Hey, viewer, I did not say that.
Hey, hold on.
I did not.
Hey, cut his mic.
This is some insane level of free thinking. You know what I'm saying? I've definitely been proposed some ideas, but I remember one time someone said affect hit rate Acheron, so I'm really not really too sure how good free thinking is for people who don't deserve to think.
That shit might be the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Nah, let me put you onto something real quick. Affect hit rate March.
Oh.
You put energy regen, and they just never
freezes. Oh, shit.
You just keep the ult going, and they never move again.
Nah, that's a movie, though.
It is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, no, okay. I see that, though. You're saying that's a free thinker shit right there.
That's a free thinker who deserves their respect. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's some. That you know, so that's some. That deserves some respect right there. People are gonna start like slowly reading through every single character, being like, okay, how can I make this character so abruptly dog shit? How can I do that?
Dude, no, deadass. I'm gonna host a competition in my Discord like next month for people to build the stupidest character build possible. That still works.
That just works. That's a banger idea, bro.
Somebody
that
built
is awesome.
DPS Fushuan, and it worked.
DPS Fushuan?
It four-cycled the bug.
What?
I remember when this was a Blade video.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when this was a Blade
video. Hey, man, listen. Blade is but a character in the game known as Honkai Star Rail, and you know what I'm saying? As much as this video is about Blade, you you can expand your horizons and am I gatekeeping Blade right now? Yeah, I'm gatekeeping Blade. Yeah, I'm definitely gatekeeping. I'm not trying to gatekeep. I say, hey, y'all like Blade.
You're about to get canceled in the comments, bro. Look out.
Like, stop gatekeeping Blade. Yeah, just don't. I didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe put like a couple like meows there, like instead of that. Yeah.
Must have been the wind.
Yeah, must have been. Yeah, definitely must have been the wind. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think like the goated moral is that build a character you like, make him goated. That's it, bro. Become a free thinker.
No, dead ass. That's like, what I was gonna say to like kind of end the section off. Is just like you literally prove that if you like a character enough and you're willing to commit to them, it can work out so well because you were doing that shit with pre-buff Blade.
Yes.
And then he got buffed and just made the world so much more beautiful.
Yes, it did.
But for real, it's like this is the proof that if you really like a character who's like go take a look at Predwin, everybody. If they are anywhere above tier fucking 2, you can probably make that shit work amazingly if you try hard enough.
Yes, it is insane. Actually, where was Blade pre-buff?
I think he was T2 actually.
Really?
Like for MOC, I think he was T2.
If you can't stick with your character when they're at their lowest, you know what I'm saying? You can't stick with them when they get buffed. And I knew about the Blade buff, and I knew I could just wait until the Blade buff, but it's not about that. And I got that shit done. And then he got buffed, and I'm up now. Yeah, it's about sticking with your person, bro. You gotta really like respect the person, bro. Respect the character, and they will respect you. Like, my Blade loves me. Surely, maybe,
probably,
maybe,
yeah.
Probably not. Actually, he probably.
To be fair, how many people does he really like?
That's good comps.
I'm just saying, how many people does he really like?
Yeah, that's good comps, bro. That's good comps. And one day I'll get a full on zero cycle. One day with Blade. That's like, I think I'm gonna need E6 though, unfortunately, because
probably gonna need E6. Maybe.
All right, bro. I think you want to wrap this section, bro. Hey, man, what's your final words, bro? What's your final words, bro? I know you guys have to say, Chris. What you guys say, bro?
Honestly, I think we covered everything. It's like, hey, Blade, good character right now. We got the man who can prove it constantly. You picked
that's me. Oh, that's me. Oh, that's me. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's our shit. That's me.
Viewers,
you talking about me.
Viewers, pick a character you like, and if you try hard enough, you can do this shit too. That's the moral of the story. Blade proves that. Kotuhx proves that. And it's beautiful.
Hey, man, you guys enjoy the rest of the video, bro. Love y'all, bro. Oh, God, wait, that's not my view. Wait, y'all have a good day. How about that? Yeah.
Perfect.
You guys
Perfect. We cutting it there. And welcome back, everybody. So that's gonna take up most of the video, and I know that's gonna take up most of the video. So at the end here, we are going to go over a very abridged Blade section, mainly because I've already talked about how to build Blade so many times. We just had a conversation about how Kotuhx has built Blade, and I think that's one of the better Blade setups you can have. Realistically, this segment is not going to be that important if you've paid attention at all in the last few weeks. So we're going to speed through this a little bit. I'm going to give you your basic options, what you kind of want to look for, and especially what kind of teammates you want to be looking at. So first and foremost, we have light cone options. If you have multiple HP scaling characters, if you have Jingliu, Mighty, and Blade, I would say getting Mighty Signature Light Cone is a bit better. Mainly because you can use it for more characters overall, and it is still incredibly powerful for Blade. In terms of a free-to-play option, a Secret Vow is pretty good. Obviously, it's a Secret Vow, so it's not really incredible, but it's pretty good. And then your default option is going to be Ninja Record Sound Hunt. Yeah, I don't want to talk about Ninja Record Sound Hunt ever again. I hate that shit. So, scrolling down here, we now have Relics. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Longevous Disciple is really your only option that I would recommend. It is genuinely so good for him. It is specifically tailored to him, and you lose out on quite a bit of your damage percent by using other options. If you have a really good Scholar set, then you could do Scholar, because it does help him a little bit by increasing ultimate damage and giving more crit rate, but the skill damage is literally useless. I would really recommend full set of Longevous Disciple. It works perfectly for him. That's what you want to look at. Next, in terms of planars, the new Bone Collector planar is incredible for Blade. It gives him more max HP and crit damage. If you have his Light Cone plus Longevous Disciple, you have a lot of crit rate already. So hey, getting more crit damage to kind of help balance that out as you get to like 100%, that's going to help out a lot. 28 is nothing to sneeze at. Your other options still include Inert Cell Soto and Rudolin Arena. These are both a bit worse than Bone Collections, but also it's nowhere near as big of a difference as the Relic set. If you just have a really good set with really good substats of either one of these, I'm going to be honest, you're fine. You don't really have to worry too much about trying to upgrade. So here's Preedwin's little thing about the best stats. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Keep in mind, substats matter a lot when building characters. I feel like I never really addressed that enough. If you have an insane amount of HP already, just go speed boots to make your life easier getting to the speed threshold you need. If you are getting insanely lucky with crit rate, then hey, go for a crit damage body. It's actually suggesting a crit damage body, but similarly that means if you cannot get crit rate to save your life, get a crit rate body. The most important thing overall is making sure your character is similar to the stats that you see recommended, and hitting those very specific thresholds that you want to hit. In an ideal world, Blade is usually running at around 134 to 135 speed. You want him to be moving as often as possible so that he gets a lot of damage in. Not to mention, more turns means more turns for him to drain his own HP, which is super, super important. So building him to be that kind of -1 setup with like Sunday or Bronya, that's going to be pretty good ultimately for Blade. So, that brings us to the bottom here of synergies. What type of characters do you want with Blade? So you know Castorus' team? Go crazy. Genuinely, Blade is just another HP scaling character, which means he's gonna work with all the HP scaling supports. Tribby and Hyacinth are going to be super, super important for any premium Blade team. They are going to greatly enhance what the character is capable of and really help contribute to your personal damage. For your last slot, I would most often say you probably want another buffer of some kind. If you want to do Cypher, you can do Cypher. If you want to do Silverwolf, you can do Silverwolf. And if you want to do Bronya or Sunday, then there you go, those work perfectly well. When we talked with Koda earlier though, his specific setup is pretty interesting. It is Blade, it is RMC with a Hyacinth Cone, Hyacinth with a Hyacinth Cone, and then Tribby E1. This is very, very unique, but it works super, super well because it generates more stacks for Blade. Not to mention, it's not like RMC is a bad buffer per se. True damage is one of the strongest things in this game currently. So, if you ever want to try that yourself, then I would fully say go for it. As you can see in Koda's videos, it works incredibly well. Also, as one final note, you can do a dual DPS setup. If you want to do Jingliu Blade or Blade Castorus, those are also perfectly good teams. You're still going to want Tribby with them, and you're still going to want Hyacinth with them in Perfect Worlds, but they are pretty interesting teams that can still do a lot of substantial damage if you build them well. Just wanted to say that it's not as common nowadays to really run that. I haven't seen many people doing it, but hey, this is a game where if you try hard enough, almost anything can work, so go crazy, kids. Alright, yeah, this is one of the weirdest experiences of my life. This video has been going for like 22 minutes and that's it. That's kind of crazy. This is the shortest time I've ever had making one of these videos because the long part already got taken care of. Oh, what a day, what a day. Alright, well, I really hope you guys enjoyed me talking about Blade. As a reminder, actually, because I didn't bring it up, this is one of the rewards that you can get by either A, becoming an Aeon on my YouTube membership page, or by getting 30,000 channel points on my Twitch. People can redeem for me to talk about any character of their choosing in this fashion. This was part of that, although I did also just kind of want to do Blade once me and Koda were talking about doing an idea together, so hey, it worked out. So if you ever want to see a video of one of your favorite characters, look into one of those options, and I will get to it as soon as I can. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun to make. Again, I really appreciate Koda coming on to kind of talk and hang out for a little bit. It was really cool. And yeah, I've got more of these planned in the future with, hopefully, another creator collab coming up for Sparkle. So I hope you guys look forward to that. I hope you guys look forward to all the other cool videos I got coming out soon. And I will see you guys then. Bye-bye.